The already embroiled former Public Service Minister Jennifer Westford will soon have to answer for the alleged misappropriation of more than $120 million. Credible information has surfaced about the plundering of state resources 3 months after former President Donald Ramotar had announced the 2015 general and regional elections.
Could you confirm that there is another matter engaging the police regarding Minister Westford, and it has to do with multi-million-dollar illegal transfer of state funds?
Without prejudice to any ongoing investigations, by the day, things seem to be bubbling up from the deep. And one of them, indeed, pertains to the ministry, the Public Service Ministry. I want to name the minister directly, but certainly activities around that ministry pertaining to the allocation of tens of millions of dollars is, I believe, actively engaging the Guyana Police Force, yes.
Minister of Governance Raphael Trotman opted for an unadventurous approach to the matter. But Nightly News has confirmed that the person at the center of it all is former Public Service Minister Jennifer Westford. Investigators have revealed that the former minister will be asked to account for $120,720,000 she secured from the then office of the president between February 10 and April 23rd this year. Former President Ramotar had announced the date of elections on January 20th. The money was used ostensibly for government's business, but investigators say they have unveiled evidence which does not validate that claim. The drama started on February 10th this year when the former Public Service Minister wrote to the Permanent Secretary of the then Office of the President to obtain financial assistance for a 2-week public service performance evaluation. That request was approved and a payment voucher was uplifted for the sum of $23,500,000. The money was intended to be used to take former Minister Westford and a team of senior public servants on a so-called public servants performance evaluation exercise to Regions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The trouble is, the public servants listed as those who accompanied the minister have all denied involvement in any such exercise. A similar scenario played out on March 13 this year, when another request was made to the same permanent secretary as the then office of the president for financial assistance to conduct a performance evaluation of scholarship awardees. Former Minister Jennifer Westford was again supposed to have been accompanied by a team of senior public servants to Regions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9. A payment voucher to the tune of $55 million was uplifted for that so-called performance evaluation exercise. But the senior public servants listed as those who accompanied the former Public Service Minister have again distanced themselves from the exercise, saying they were not a part of it. Then again, on April 23rd this year, when the election campaign was in full swing, a third request was made for financial assistance for another performance evaluation exercise, which was supposed to take the former Public Service Minister and a team of senior public servants across the country, with the exception of Region 3. Just like the 2 previous requests, it was approved by an extremely cooperative permanent secretary, and more than $42 million was uplifted from the then office of the president. Once again, the senior public servants listed as the persons accompanying the former minister distanced themselves from the so-called performance evaluation exercise, saying they were not part of it. So far, preliminary conclusions of the probe indicate that there was falsification of documents, that the former Public Service Minister did not carry out any performance evaluation exercise as she claimed, and an accusing finger is also being pointed at the goodly Permanent Secretary who doled out the cash. The final nail will be slammed in by weekend when senior regional officers will have to report to the Minister of Communities on what they know about the evaluation exercise. The question is, was the $120 million pocketed, or was it used to fund a political party's election campaign? Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.